Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Ike's Tech Talk, the weekly live stream. You already know how it goes down every Thursday night with Mike and Ike. So, the second half of your doubleheader. What's going on this evening, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. I know I'm ready for this week to be over, man. Gonna be celebrating the B-Day this Saturday. Gonna be going to Kobe's Steakhouse and Halloween Horror Nights, man. So should be a good time. Gonna go have some good food, have some sake, then go get scared and drink some more out at Universal. So it should be good. Should be good. But quite a few things, man, we're gonna get into tonight. So you already know we're gonna have that Pixel talk because this is the last Ike's Tech Talk weekly live stream before the Pixel event. So definitely 100% got to talk about Pixel, man. I hope everybody did their homework. I didn't get a lot of engagement on the tweet, man, but hopefully everybody did their homework and went and checked out my man Shane's video, man. Want to kind of just get into it a little bit tonight as well, man. So if y'all did miss that tweet, yo, definitely check out the homie's video, man. Shane absolutely killed it. So check that joint out. We'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit, but now we'll go ahead and get into roll call, see what's going on, how everybody's doing. Hey, so Chris is in the building. What's going on, man? Hope everything is good. My better half. What's going on, Mike? Just got done watching this live stream. Homie doing it big. LaShawn, yo, what's going on, my guy? Hey, Barry, what's up, man? Hope everything's good with you. Hey, Box of Tech, what's going on, man? Hope everything is good out there with you. Kenny Man's in the building. What's going on? Hey, Jason C, what's going on, man? Hope everything is good with you. Savage said stream bomb. Yo, shout out to Mike for the raid. I think that's what they be saying on Twitch. Shout out for the raid. So, hey, the stream bomb, I definitely appreciate it, man. Got Shay in the building. What's going on? Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. Yo, Box of Tech, it is morning out over there for you, man. It's like dead night right now for us, yo. That's crazy. Hey, Tech Loving Mama, what's going on? Hey, T, what's up, my dude? Hope everything is good. Hey, Lewis, hope everything is good with you, my guy. Good to see you, man. Keep us up to date on what's going on, man. Jason, what's up, man? How's it going? Are you sick? Got a little bit more. I'm not sick. I got like a little bit of congestion going on. So let me clear my throat. But yeah, I don't know. I got like a little bit of congestion going on, like a little allergies or whatever. So it might be that. Also, man, let me know how video, audio, everything else is good. I move things around just a little bit. I'll kind of talk about it with you guys. So I'm actually pretty excited about it. But yeah, what's going on, Slang? Hope everything is good. Hey, Jeff, blessings on your day, sir. Yo, appreciate it, Barry. Appreciate it. Hitting the big 2-9, man. Big 2-9. One more before the big 3-0. Appreciate all the birthday wishes, y'all. For sure. Hey, Saki bomb slang. I already know, man. It'll be the first time I'm having one, so it'll be the first time I'm having one, so I'm pretty excited about it. I've never had sake before, yo. Hey, Barry, you already know, bro. Pixel. Definitely gotta talk about this joint too, man. Pixel 5, because I've been tweeting about it. I've been tweeting about it a little bit here and there too, man. But yo, I can say like this joint has just gotten me so hyped. Like a little side roll real quick that I like to do. I always like to throw a SIM card back in like the previous generation before the next generation come out, just to get hype, get excited for it, whatever. I don't know if I'm the only person that does that, but yo, having my sim back in this joint, man, it's been dope. It's been really, really fun, man. Like I've fallen back in love with this joint all over again. But I ain't gonna lie, it's definitely left me even more excited for 6 Pro for sure, yo. Hey, drunk Ike this weekend, yo. I mean, I'm not driving. My homie's gonna be driving. To be me, the missus. I'm gonna take my little brother out there too. So we're gonna go out there, have a good time, get scared. Y'all know how Halloween Horror Nights go, man. Dang, I'm losing place in this joint. It's like super fast scrolling. Yo, Drew, what's going on, man? Hope everything is good with you. Hey, from Amsterdam. I hope to get out there one day too, man. I hope to get out there. Heard crazy, crazy things, man. My oldest brother, he was out there and he was like, yo, it goes down. He was like, man, they talk about party capital. He's like, that's the party capital. So should be dope. I want to make it out there though. Yo, Boxer Tech, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, Drew. Same old same, man. You already know. Just grinding, 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 dog. MPT's in the building. What's going on, my dude? I'm most excited for Tuesday tonight. Yo, real talk. I'm happy that there's like this whole, Apple, then Google, then Samsung. Like I am happy that it is. But if I had to say which one I'm the most excited about, definitely the Pixel. Definitely the Pixel, man. Definitely the Pixel. Yo, T Dot, what's going on? Hope everything is good. Yo, facts right there. We're just talking about it. Big week, man. MacBook Pro, Pixel 6, Samsung. Everybody's going crazy with it too. All right, Barry said, good. Video and audio's on point. That's what's up. Lewis said, I'm doing good. Unless he has a nightmare. Hey, that's what's up, dog. That's what's up. I had I'm not sure if you had COVID, but I had COVID, dude, and it'll put you down, man. It'll put you down. So it's crazy, man. Savage said in 11 years, I will be 40. Yeah, man. Yep. Have you been losing your hair already? Because once you hit 30, yo, don't be playing, man. And the funny thing is, like my biological father, dude, like he's kind of going through that now. He's in his 50s, but he's kind of going through that. And I'm like, look, man, my head too big to be rocking the straight bald head. So we got to figure something out. And for those that are curious, can't even talk. Angry Orchard is in the building. I don't know if y'all mess with that Angry Orchard. Oh, there we go. That Angry Orchard is in the building, man. Definitely just a nice little, just sit back, relax, and chill type of beer. This and Land Shark is like my go-to. Hey, Slang says sake is better hot. That's crazy. Because I definitely have had hot beer and it tastes disgusting. So the fact that sake is better hot, that's going to be crazy. I'm definitely trying it, man, for sure. Hey, LaShawn said, I miss you. Yep, City Walk, man. I used to be out there almost every weekend, dog. I had annual passes to Universal. We used to be out there almost every weekend, man. Fun fact, I'm real interested in Pixel phones, but they're not available in Malaysia. If I get one, yeah, in my opinion, man, that'll always be like one of Google's biggest problems, yo. Fall guys, I had to burp. But that'll always be one of Google's biggest problems, in my opinion. It's like you got these great devices, and people in other parts of the world can't touch them. I mean, I know if it definitely has to suck, because I know how I feel when certain phones don't come to the States. Like when you have certain Xiaomi phones that you got to jump through hoops to get, or even that Vivo X70 Pro Plus. That's a mouthful. But like even with that, I would have loved to pick that joint up and test it out, man. But it's not here in the States. So it's like, what are you going to do? So kind of sucks, man. But it is what it is, man. I really hope someday you'll be able to get your hands on one. I would say Samsung has their experience. You have to experience it. Apple has their experience. You have to experience it. Google is definitely one of those that you have to experience it to truly appreciate it. Seems real simple and bare bones, but you have to use it to truly appreciate it. Yo, Mark, what's going on, man? He said Techtober, let's go. Yeah, you already know, man. Hey, Sony does have an event. I think theirs is on the 26th, right? I think Sony's is on the 20th event or something like that. I know that y'all definitely let me know. Yo, Gigi, what's going on? Hope everything is good. Cause they dropping that A7 IV joint, right? I think. I mean, I'm not like super into like the high end cameras. I'm rocking that ZV-1 for as long as I could, as long as I can get away with it. But it's dope for all the camera lovers out there, man. Yo, MPT said I should do my own event Friday just so we can have a 4 or 5 days of events. Yo, for real. Like I said the same thing, and I love the baldy, embrace the egghead. Yo, I might have to, man. I might have to. My homeboy, he went through hair loss pretty early on. He's the same age as me. His birthday's 2 weeks before mine, actually. His is on the 3rd. And yo, he went through the same thing and he just shaved it all off. And I gotta say, like at first it was like, nah, man. But like now, since I'm used to seeing him like that, it honestly looks pretty good, man. So I can't say that. Oh, he said, thank God it wasn't COVID. I checked twice. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Because like I said, I had it, bro. And from how you was talking, like the symptoms and stuff, I was like, like, because I remember having it and it was terrible. I couldn't even get out the bed, man. It was terrible. And I can't get this thing to scroll. There we go. Angry Orchard is bomb. Also, yeah, Land Shark is my favorite beer, dog. Like if I go out to like a restaurant, like Chili's or something, I'm ordering a Land Shark without a doubt. Absolutely love it, man. Oh man, as if I'm gonna be broke, so that's gonna be broken enough, Barry. Oh, it's Angry Orchard. Yep, another way to enjoy the apple for real. The crisp apple, the beer of apple fanboys. For sure, for sure. That's funny, man. Hey, virtual chairs, Drew. I see you there, man. Hey, I know T all over that Sony event, man. At 874, I know he all over that. So I'm definitely expecting some content, man. Whether you drop it on the camera channel or the tech channel, whatever, I'm definitely expecting some content. Because like I said, I don't know. I mean, I know the basics when it comes to them cameras and stuff, man. But I look to like you, Scoot, Barry, like y'all, man, for that kind of stuff. So you could have burped on air. People doing their videos, they don't care. I have enough respect for y'all to not just be like all out in the microphone, man. Yo, Bob Marley's is fire out there, man. Love it, yo. Bob Marley's is fire, dog. Absolutely love it. Hey, he said, I'm Willa Sean, give us them burps. Oh, I can't. Thursday, 10/21/21. Is that hold up? That's next week, Mike? Where you going with that one? I'm lost there. I'm lost. Yo, Jason, Ike, are you buying the Duo 2 as well? I'm gonna hold off on the Duo, man. I want it, but I want it for the same reason that I want every other piece of tech. It's just because I want to play with it. I want it just to play with it. So I'm gonna hold off on it, man. I was lucky enough to not get burned with that first, with the first Duo. I was able to get mine for like $400 or whatever. So I honestly didn't get burned. I would have technically made a profit if I would have traded it, because I got mine for like just under 450, and I think the trade in through Microsoft was 450 for the first generation Duo. So I actually would have ended up coming up if I would have went ahead and got one. But yeah, man, I'm gonna wait on that one to see if that price does drop a little bit. Maybe give it a few months. Plus, I just want to see what the software looks like. Again, shout out to the homie Shane. I'm gonna see if I can grab his channel link or that video link and drop it down in the chat for you guys. But check him out, man. I'm gonna live vicariously through him and just check it out and see, because if it's good, he'll let me know. If the software is trash, he'll definitely tell me that as well. So I'm trying to get in this habit, man, where I'm not just buying a bunch of stuff just for the sake of buying it because I can. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not like a flex to say, like I'm financially good, like I'm balling, I'm rich. Like, nah, but I'm very financially fortunate. So I'm thankful for that. I work to get there. So, I'm not necessarily knocking it either, but I don't want to spend money on stuff just because I can. You know what I mean? New kid in, so definitely a new perspective as far as like spending money, saving money. I definitely want to get a house within like the next year and a half, 2 years. Just the housing market here in Florida right now is god awful. It's trash. So I'm kind of waiting on that. So got some stuff that I'm working on for like the personal life and the family and everything. So I'm kind of going to try to, I'm not saying I'm not going to buy the major things and things and like some things here and there that I want, but I'm just not going to be going kind of willy-nilly with it. Surface Duo is going to be dope in my opinion, man. I'm excited for it, but I can definitely wait. I would say the only thing I'll probably be picking up for the rest of the year in terms of tech as a whole will be the Pixel 6 Pro, 100%. Even the new M1X Mac, man, like they're talking bringing all the ports back, 120 hertz. What else are they talking about? The faster chip, all of that, man. Like it looks like a solid upgrade. And I mean, if they decide to do trade-ins, I could probably trade in my M1 Air and get it for a good price. But it's like, do I need it? Like having those ports are great. I'm not gonna lie, but I have a Dell docking station that I use, and I have all the ports I need. So it's kind of like, man, I have to start looking at it from a perspective of, I don't need that right now. I could definitely hold off. Now, income tax time, I probably will upgrade my Mac, but for right now, man, I'm content, and I'm definitely good with where I'm at. So I'm gonna hold off on Duo 2 for now, man. Hey, Team ZV1, you already know I'm a part of that joint all day, every day. Oh, there we go. Hair's overrated. Been shaving my head for 25 years. Love it. Okay, that's what's up, man. Even if I do, though, I'm definitely keeping the beard in the stash, so that wouldn't go anywhere for sure. LaShawn, you stupid. I ain't messing with. I see that T-Rex head comment, bro. I ain't messing with you. I'm not messing with you. Yo, see, GG said, I'm sure it says a ton of money saying the lungs will look good on you. That's all that matters. There you go. There you go. Yo, I can't wait to give my thoughts on the Pixel 6 Pro, man. Like, I am so excited. I guess we'll go ahead and get right into that, man. I want to catch up with y'all. I'm a little bit behind here for sure, but we'll go ahead and get right into it, yo. But man, like, I'm so excited. Like I said, I've been piloting this Pixel 5. I put everything else in the drawer, so I'm not carrying an iPhone. I'm not carrying my Fold. I'm just carrying the Pixel 5. And like, bro, this thing is a beast, man. Like, it is so good. Like, it nails the basics so well. Like, it nails the basics so well. I don't know if it's due to like the chip or something like that, but I do notice some things taking slightly longer to open. I'm like, okay, I wouldn't have had to wait for that on my iPhone or on my Fold. It is what it is. We know the story behind the processor, but for it to have that processor, man, like it honestly zooms. Like, it does really, really well. Like, I'm honestly shocked at how content I am with it. And it kind of just goes to show, like, you know, people like people say all the time, like, you don't need to go out and spend these buku dollars for these top shelf flagship devices. Like, I literally was just taking some shots, not even to make a video, because I'm not going to do a video. I was originally going to do Pixel 5 versus the iPhone 13, the camera comparison. But then I was like, you know what? Pixel 6 Pro is literally a week and a half away. Let me just chill. We'll wait for the Pixel 6 Pro and we'll hit that joint. And, you know, like, go hard with it in regards to the camera comparisons. But even taking shots with this versus my 13 Pro Max, bro, like, I took 6 shots, and it's just normal everyday stuff that I would take pictures of. I just took a picture on each device, and I'm gonna say out of the 7 shots that I took, I went back and blew them up on the 4K monitor. I prefer the Pixel out. I want to say 6 out of the 7 shots, and that's everything from portrait mode to taking pictures of my kids, taking pictures of like landscape style shots, stuff like that. I prefer the Pixel, man. It's crazy when you think about it, because like, this sensor is what, 4 years old, I want to say, and the phone itself is a year old. Now, obviously, Apple hasn't had as much time to work with that new sensor, blah, blah, blah. I know. We're waiting on software updates, man. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I can't buy and use a camera for what I want it to do for me later, or the potential. I have to buy it for what it can do for me now. So when it comes to those photos, I prefer the Pixel on most of the shots. But man, when it came to video, it wasn't even a comparison. My iPhone kind of massacred it a little bit in terms of video. Like, it just wasn't. It wasn't killing it for me. Easy, I see your comment, man. I ain't messing with you. I got to catch up with you guys. But yeah, man, like I said, man, Pixel 5 has been absolutely boss mode for me, man. I've been loving it, yo. Loving it. It's not Techtober, it's Broketober with all of this tech. Yo, absolutely, man. Absolutely, dog. Yo, Easy, what's going on, my guy? Hope everything is good with you, yo. Yo, El Jefe, what's up? What's going on, man? Hey, I'm drinking Angry Orchard, Eric. Nothing too heavy, man. Just something light, just a little chill drink, bro. You already know. See right there, that don't look like Heineken. Heineken isn't too bad, man. Like, it's not too bad. It's all right. I definitely prefer Land Shark and Angry Orchard over Heineken for sure, man. He said, "Drink a Boss beer." Yo, Renz, what's going on, man? And it is a beer. It's an Angry Orchard, bro. Barry, you crazy. All I'm gonna say is if it ain't about the money, dog. If it ain't about the money. Oh man, y'all crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. As a dad, as a dad as well, especially with 4 kids, having a solid camera at the ready is super important. Pixel just consistently solid in my experience. Yeah, and that's how I see it, Drew. Like 110%. Like that is how I see it. Like when you reaching for a phone, like you want something that's reliable. You don't have to take multiple shots. I get the argument that a lot of people say, well, it's like, hey, if you just take the shot and it's not great or something's blurry, just take it again. Like I get that perspective. But like I said last week, man, like if my kids are doing something cute or funny, I'm not gonna be like, hold up, my picture came out blurry. Do it again so I could take a picture. Like I'm not gonna do that. I want to catch them in the moment. And if I mean, my fold has been okay. The shutter lag is still there. But my iPhone and my Pixel, man, have been A1 with it. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to, bash Samsung. I still think Samsung makes some of the best cameras, period, in terms of smartphones, man. But like I said, when it comes to reliability, I'm reaching for the Pixel above all else, man. And like I was telling Barry, me and Barry were talking not too long ago in DMs. It was either Barry or Galen, one of those two. I talk to them pretty regularly. But I was telling them, like, every year at the end of the year, man, I pretty much always end up on an iPhone. It just works the best for me and my workflow and my ecosystem. It just became recent where I could be as platform agnostic as I am, meaning I could use anything. I could use an Android phone. I could use Windows. I could use Mac. Well, while I could use Windows, I prefer Final Cut, so Mac. But in terms of phones, I could use Android or iOS daily and it not be an issue. I'm not locked into iMessage. I'm not locked into FaceTime. Even when I have my iPhone, I use Duo to video chat everybody that I talk to regularly with it. So it's never been that big of a deal. But this will probably be the first year, man, that I end up on the Pixel at the end of the year. Like I keep telling everybody, man, leaving comments and letting everybody know, like right now, it's gonna be a battle between the 13 Pro Max and the Pixel 6 Pro in regards to what's in my pocket daily. And to be honest, man, like both of those phones, either one of them could be great in my pocket. I'm literally gonna be nitpicking, to be honest, to try to see which one is gonna stay in my pocket. What would have really shut it down is if we got that Pixel Fold this year. Pixel Fold, that would have been in my pocket automatically. I don't care what else is out. Because I love my Z Fold 3, but I want Pixel cameras on that Z Fold 3. I don't even want like S21 Ultra pictures. I want Pixel pictures on there. Like no matter what phone I go to, I'm constantly finding myself either in post or using like Apple's photogenic styles, trying to mimic that Pixel output. So it's like, why try to copy that output when you can just go pick up the phone and use it, right? Like in terms of the whole ecosystem with all Apple products, like I have Sony XM4s, I have AirPods Max, I have the earbud XM4s. I like nothing is really tying me to using an iPhone specifically, right? So I'm not worried about AirDrop or none of that stuff. I use the ZV-1. And then when it comes to transferring files between my Android phone and my Mac, I use Parallels Desktop, the virtual machine. And I just plug my phone in via USB like normal, and I have access to all of my files there. So it's like I honestly don't have to choose. I could just pick whichever one I want depending on what phone I'm really feeling at the time. It is what it is. Hey, Gigi said it. Yes, yeah, cider draft. I guess it's not a beer. I don't know. Cider draft. Whatever it is, I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, Ren said Heineken and Corona. I like Corona with lime, man. Corona with lime is the way to go for sure. Easy said, my beer is cold, GG. Yo, you crazy. Hey, LaShawn, you mad for that. I'm never pouring a shot of 1800 in anything, bro. I'm not messing with that, bro. Only thing I'm messing with, man, I remember Bacardi 151. The rum, the 151, That's what I used to drink, like back in my I'm trying to take shots days. Now I don't mess with none of that, dog. I don't mess with none of that. I can't, dude. I can't. Mark, you a fool. That man said 13 is more than twice 6. So yeah. Mark, you are a fool, bro. I can't, man. Yo, Barry, bruh. Very crazy when it comes to Pixel. That man said Pixel 6 Pro will win. Welcome, Ike. Glad you asked. Y'all are too much, man. Y'all are way too much. Greg said Pixel 6 Pro for sure. I hear you, man. I hear you. I hope video improves on the 6 Pro. That's why I still use iPhone, because I shoot up my content with an iPhone. The video is just yeah, facts. And even in my comparison, man, and I'm happy that you mentioned that with the whole Samsung as a close second, because like a lot of people just handedly give iPhone video like nothing is close. Like no, bro. Samsung is damn close. It is like it's one of those things where it's like, bro, once you do the work and you see the results yourself, you'll definitely notice it. Like in some of the video that I shot for the comparison video that I posted, man, like I preferred the S21 Ultra, because like I never gave my like what I like, which pictures I prefer, which phone I ended up picking, or none of that, because I don't want my like preference or my bias to affect anybody. So I like to hear what everybody else is saying, but the video ended up doing very, very well for the channel, man. Like I'm super happy with how it turned out and how much everybody seemed to enjoy it. So pretty much going to follow that joint kind of going forward with everything. But that's my main thing too, though, Drew. Like when it comes to the 6 Pro, if they can even get video, I would say on the iPhone 12's level. And I feel like when it comes to video didn't drastically change, in my opinion, quality wise. From the 12 to the 13, it might be a little bit better here and there, but it's not super noticeable in my opinion. And from what everybody who's already been able to kind of get that that whole sneak preview of Pixel 6 Pro in the video said, it was definitely on par with the Galaxy and the iPhone 12. So even if Pixel can bring it to that level, I'm set. I'm 100% set with that. 110%, man. So like I said, bro, I am 110% on board. Absolutely can't wait for that joint, man. Mark, I have no idea what that is. Micheladas? I've never heard of that before. Is it like a beer? Hey, LaShawn said Bacardi Lemo. Never heard of it, dog. I ain't even messing with that. Pixel 6 Pro camera would be out. I think it is going to be outstanding as well, man. Like in terms of the cameras, man, if I can go go side by side with this in the iPhone 13 Pro or the S21 Ultra, because I compared that to this as well. If I can take this and get better shots, excuse me, if I can take this and get better shots now, and remember, this is 4 years old, the camera sensor is 4 years old, phone is a year old. If I can take this and get on par or better photos now, Pixel 6 Pro is only gonna extend that a little bit further. Like I honestly think that Pixel 6 Pro is about to do what the original Pixel did in terms of smartphone photography. Like the Nexus 6P kind of started it, the whole push to HDR, Google processing, like the whole post-processing thing. And then the Pixel 1, the original, like really like took off. And in my opinion, like when that first Pixel came out, Google was like, this is where all current smartphones are in terms of taking photos. And they leaped that by like 4 or 5 years, in my opinion. Like they took a huge leap. And I kind of feel like they're about to do the same this year, man. Like a lot of people are worried about the megapixel count on that sensor, but like I said, man, I trust Google enough in terms of the photography that if they couldn't get it figured out, that they wouldn't go with that particular sensor. Like I don't see them going from getting the type of performance you get from this or like a Pixel 5a to it being not as good as this or what's currently available on the market. Like I just don't see that happening. Video is still questionable just because their video has been heads or tails in the past, but in terms of photos, Google got that on lock. I'm not even worried about that. Because the crazy thing is, like, a lot of the times we as tech reviewers say, my bad, I had to cough. Like, we always say, like, okay, unless you're really pixel peeping, you will not be able to tell the difference between these two smartphone cameras. Like, most of the time we say that, and for the most part, it's kind of true. But I can tell you, people can differentiate a pixel photo from a other phone's camera, like they can. Or if you hold two photos up side by side, they will tell you no, pixel looks better, like without having the pixel peep. Like my mom to this day, she always asks me every time I come over, right before I leave, she's like, hey, bring that Google phone that you have. I want to take pictures of Kobe, which Kobe is her dog. So she's like, I want to take pictures of Kobe. Like she's on it. Like she knows. And she has an S21, which has a great like it has a really good camera. But she's like, hey, bring that Google phone because I want that to take pictures of Kobe. Like I took one portrait mode photo of Kobe and literally shut it down for her forever. Like next, she's already said, like, next time I go to upgrade, I want that Google phone. Like I want whatever that is. So I'll probably grab her like a 5A when she, like, next time she goes to upgrade, if they don't have whatever the next model will be or whatever. Cause her and my dad hold on to phones forever. But like their next upgrade, man, they'll probably be getting either like a Pixel 5A or 6A or whatever. Cause like my mom is big on the cameras. Like she's really, really big on the cameras on her phones. My dad, he just needs something that's gonna work for the most part. Barry is the mastermind of Pixel. LaShawn is the muscle. You get to watch. I'm not messing with y'all, man. Yo, Chris, for real, bro. Google on the back end with Barry, dog. Barry need a sponsorship deal with Google. How much he be pushing the Pixel. But at the same time, it's like you can't blame him because a lot of the times, whenever you see Barry pushing the Pixel, it's because the conversation has steered in a way where the Pixel excels. Like whether we're talking about the camera or we're talking about great software performance, you know what I mean? Or we're talking about call screen or like those features. Like if we're talking about that kind of stuff, man, like Barry's like, Pixel 6 Pro. Y'all really not gonna like that, man, when that Pixel 6 Pro comes out. I am convinced, man. Seriously. Yo, Stacy, man, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm happy that everybody enjoyed it, man. I really am. Like, I really like doing my camera comparisons that way. And it's nothing against people who don't do them blind or anything, because I still think that Danny Winget, I think is how you pronounce his last name, and Grant likes tech, or Grant, I think it's Grant, either Grant likes tech or Grant loves tech, one of those two. I know you guys will correct me. But between Danny and Grant, they make the best camera comparisons on YouTube when it comes to smartphones, and neither one of them do them blind. So like, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. I just personally like to not label anything just because I don't like bias. I hate it when you can objectively tell that a picture is better. Like, it's not a situation where, okay, they both look great, you're just going based off of preference. No. This phone completely 100% clipped in terms of HDR. Like, the whole sky is over processed. But you still choose that photo and you try to be like, if you look down at this one little pebble on the ground, there's so much detail. Like, no, bro, the whole sky is blown out. Like, that's just not, like that just doesn't look good in my opinion. Like, not to bash on the iPhone, I know it kind of comes off that way, but like when it comes to the shadow processing, oh my, like, at first I thought it was because I had the rich contrast mode on, because if you choose the rich contrast photogenic style, it darkens your photos a little bit more and it crushes those shadows even more. But then I started seeing other people starting to post their photo samples on Twitter, and I'm like, why is the shadowy areas so dark? Like, it is so dark. I don't understand. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. I definitely do think that it's a software, but I heard something. I honestly think that it's a software update away from being like fixed, but it's not like bad to the point where I think that the iPhone has a bad camera. I think the iPhone's camera is great in a lot of regards, but that for me is just like, dang, man, like, and I couldn't remember if it was something that I saw on like my 12 Pro Max. I was like, I couldn't remember that far back. But like when I did my camera comparison, a lot of people in the comments brought that up. They were like, dude, why is the 13 Pro kind of demolishing the shadows, and the 12 Pro is a little bit brighter? So I don't know if Apple still needs to fine tune some things in terms of the software because they're using a whole new sensor or whatever. I don't know. So they need to figure that out though, for sure. Gotta head out. Happy birthday again. Take it out. Take it out. Take it easy, Drew. Take it easy, man. Do you feel like the ultra wide camera on the Pixel 6 Pro should shoot 4K 60? I feel like it should shoot 4K 60 just for consistency, right? So like because I look at it and taking it right back to the iPhone, like one of the things I like about the iPhone's camera is it is pretty consistent. Like especially when you look at video. When you look at video, you can shoot 4K 60 on any of the cameras on that phone. So whether you're looking at the selfie camera, the telephoto, the ultra wide, the normal wide, 4K 60 across the board. The S21 Ultra, 4K 60 across the board. Now, I'm not saying that if it doesn't do 4K 60 on the ultra wide, it's trash, on delivery. I'm not saying that. I just personally will prefer that it does for that level of consistency. Because I'm still hoping for the day when our smartphone cameras can shoot at 4K 60 and we can still switch between the different lenses. Because right now, if you're shooting at 4K 60 and you crop in on pretty much any phone on the market right now, you're getting a digital crop of that 1X lens. You're not switching to that telephoto. You are switching to the ultra wide, but you're not switching to that telephoto. It's just cropping in, and I don't like that. So hopefully for consistency, it definitely will. Yo, David, what's going on, my dude? Google what's up, Sep? I didn't even say what's up to you, dog. Google needs to give us that pro video mode. Photos are a one and done. Cinematography is the future. I hear you. I definitely hear that, man. I would just argue with that some people take way more photos than videos. Like I can say for me specifically, I take a ton more photos than videos. So I'm not necessarily mad that Google focused on photos first. I just think that now they got photos locked down. Like they already know when it comes to stills and portraits, the Pixel is the king. Pretty much general consensus is Pixel is pretty much the best that you can get, at least in terms of just the technicality of your photos. Like HDR is always on point. You don't have to worry about the blacks being crushed, stuff like that. Now, when it comes to different color profiles and preference, people gonna always have their preference. Some people like Samsung's output, some people like Apple's output. But in terms of the technical aspect of photos, like not overblowing shots and stuff like that, Pixel is A1. In my opinion, it's the king. But I just hope that they really do improve their video. I really do, man. Like, give me iPhone 12, at least iPhone 12 series video. At least. I would love to see them come out and get better than Apple, just because that would make Apple step it up even further next year. But I hope for a fact that it definitely does do that. I can't tell the difference because my favorite photo are screenshots and they all look the same. Jason's crazy, man. Once the Pixel gets their act together in terms of video, it's a wrap. There's no buts or facts. I agree with that, Lewis. I agree with that 100%. Mike answered T. If it's going to be considered, yes, no, I agree. Like if you're gonna look at it and say, okay, this is phone of the year. When I think of phone of the year, I think of a phone that I can pick up and use in pretty much any condition, any condition, right? So for me right now, S21 Ultra is definitely in there. I can use that in any condition. I can use it, and not even talking about the camera, but just the phone from a functionality standpoint. The camera's in there as well, but from a functionality standpoint, just what the phone can do. S21 Ultra, iPhone 13 Pro Max, and depending on what we see on Tuesday with the Pixel 6 Pro. Those are pretty much the only three phones I have in my running. But then I remember when it comes to those imports and the foreign devices, I haven't gotten really any hands-on. So I can't give phone of the year or consider those phones phone of the year without using them. Now, if I use them, completely different story, but obviously I can't get my hands on them. So there's that. But no, for me personally, Pixel 6 Pro, if it comes out and it's as great as we hope it is, iPhone 13 Pro Max, S21 Ultra. Those are the three phones in my opinion. Those are three phones, in my opinion, that come for phone of the year. And I really need to catch up. Y'all going hard with this, y'all. I'm snapping. For me, the differentiator in video comes down to stabilization and audio. Not having to have a gimbal or external mic is why I use an iPhone for content creation. Yo, big facts right there, doc. Stabilization is definitely a term that's underrated. Like, not a lot of people look at that. Look at the output, but not the actual stabilization on it. So definitely for sure. Yo, Barry got everybody wanting the 6 Pro. For sure. Him, Peachy, LaShawn, they all got me wanting that 6 Pro even more than I already do. If Google gave us what these developers give us with the Gcam ports, wow. In my opinion, bro, the Pixel's better than any of the Gcam ports on any of those phones, man. In my opinion. Pixel 6 Pro launch, you see 500 videos. Will the Pixel see? Yeah, and I know for me personally, man, I'm gonna personally stay away from that just because out of all the video I've taken on my 5, I haven't noticed any overheating. But then again, when it comes to taking smartphone video, I haven't really had to take any video with this since I really started going hard using it again. So I honestly can't speak to it. If Google can fix the quiet audio issues and speed up, and Google, I'm not talking to you, so don't pop up. If they can fix the audio issues and speed up image processing and give us slightly better stabilization over the 5, I'd be set. Yeah, I think when it comes to the image processing speeds, that was because they took away that the Pixel Visual Core. From what the rumors are saying, they have a dedicated TPU that's literally built specifically for faster image processing and the good kind of after image processing to be applied to video. Supposedly that's kind of what I'm hearing, is that whole TPU is made just for that. Yo, BG, I saw you sneak in here. What's going on, man? Yo, definitely enjoyed your last Fold 3 video, dog. Definitely had to put your point out there. Feel like a couple people kind of got that misconstrued, so definitely a dope video, dog. So what is the 6 Pro? Oh, so what if the 6 Pro doesn't have 4K 60 and ultra wide? It'll still probably be a phone that I have in my pocket. I don't know if I would still kind of give it the crown as far as smartphone of the year, though. And that's just me keeping it real. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I feel like in order for me to say one phone, I'm not going to say it in that way. So I can say for me, when it comes to it, I want it to be able to do everything, regardless if I'm going to use it or not, right? Because regardless if you use 4K 60 and ultra wide mode or not, S21 Ultra and iPhone can do it, and it looks great. So for it to just be completely omitted, I mean, you can still have it in the running for phone of the year, I guess. If it can't do everything, like if it's not on that same, and not even just with ultra wide 4K 60, but even if there's other things where it's just not on that same like level of the iPhone or the S21 Ultra, it'll probably still end up in my pocket every day, but I probably won't consider it. I probably won't have that phone be phone of the year for me specifically. And again, that's just me, 100% personal preference, man, 100%. Yo, Superman, that's exactly what they supposedly bringing, dog. HDR video on the Pixel 6. I don't know if you mean HDR as far as their HDR processing or HDR as far as like the HDR standard for video. But in terms of what they do on the post-processing side for photos, that is coming to video. T, it will have 4K 60. Are you meaning 8K 24? Barry, I think T was, I'm a little bit behind, but I think T was saying if it doesn't have 4K 60 on all the cameras like the S21 Ultra and the iPhone does. I think that's what T was saying. I think. Yo, that S21 Ultra was fire. Plus the 8K app. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, and that's literally what I'm saying too. Like, and not even just about 8K, because 8K, I've literally used it just for video to show you guys what 8K looks like. I've never used it outside of that. But it's like, in terms of like the basics, like 4K 60 is kind of like the standard or the norm. And the iPhone and the S21 Ultra, which the Pixel 6 Pro is directly competing against those phones, can do 4K 60 on all the cameras. I'm expecting that from Google as well. If they don't offer that, I'm gonna mention it, and I'm definitely gonna mention it in my follow-ups and in my reviews. I don't care if people get an attitude about it. I'm not saying that it is an absolute necessity, but if 2 other phones can do it and it's competing with this Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 6 Pro can't do it, I'm going to call it out. I am, because it can't do it. It's just as simple as that. You have to. You got to keep you got to keep the same energy across the board, because we all like to talk about what Samsung doesn't have and what Apple doesn't have. We got to maintain that same energy for Google too. Yo, Galen, what's going on, my guy? Hope everything is good with you, dog. T said, "I'll be quiet." Nah, man, you don't have to be quiet, bro. I mean, like I said, I'm a little bit behind, so I might be. Oh no, I'm okay. I'm not too far. I'm not too far behind. I'm not too far behind. But yeah, like, don't be quiet, bro. Voice your opinion. Like, this is, everybody has a preference and everybody has an opinion. Because I mean, I can honestly tell you this. Like right now, I don't shoot 4K 60 on any video in terms of my smartphone, right? Like, I don't really use it because I can't switch between the lenses. With 4K 30, I can switch between the lenses and it's actually using those other lenses. In 4K 60 mode, it's not, right? So for me specifically, man, if my iPhone can do it, my S21 Ultra can do it, Google, I need y'all to be able to do it as well. Whether or not I'm going to use it, if you're going to charge me the same amount as other phones, it needs to be able to do it. I do the same thing for the iPhone. iPhone has some of the craziest lens flare I've seen on a smartphone. It has it on other phones, but I feel like I'm shooting UFOs sometimes when I'm using my iPhone. I'm going to call them out for it. It's just that simple, man. BG said 4K 60 is becoming mandatory on flagships. Yeah, I think they were talking about 4K 60 on all the camera lenses, So for me, 4K 60, I want on everything, He said, I just got back from visitation. Now just chilling with my lady. Hey, what's going on, but hope everything is good, Galen. That's what's up, man. Just chilling out, maxing and relaxing, bro. T, that's what I heard. The only cam not confirmed for 4K 60 is the selfie camera, which is rumored to shoot 4K 30 and below. See, like, and even with that, like, even though I don't use 4K 60 on the front camera on the iPhone. Well, no, iPhone, no, I'm not gonna lie. I don't use it. It's not that big of a deal. But still, though, if Google doesn't have it, I'm gonna make a note of that because other smartphones do. Right? I'm not saying that everybody who's buying the phone is gonna care 110% about that particular feature. But if it's not there, you gotta make it known. Because the S21 Ultra right now at 4K 30 is the only phone out of those three. I don't know about Pixel because obviously it's not out yet. But in terms of like the iPhone, it's the only one that can do. If you do 4K 30, you can switch between every camera on the device, meaning you can switch from going rear to front facing. So like you can be shooting 4K 30, shooting rear video and switch it to front facing video. So I mean, you got to call it out, man, when it's not there. So they got to keep that same energy, yo. Hey, and director's cut too. Director's cut is fine. I just wish that they will bump director's cut up to 4K. If they had it at 4K, I honestly would use it a lot more. 1080p isn't bad, but I feel like I just like to have that additional resolution because I can kind of tell the difference between. I hope most people can tell the difference between 4K and 1080p. And again, it's not that 1080p is bad. It's not bad. I just really would like to see Samsung bump director's cut or director's view, whatever it's called, up to 4K. I would love that in 4K. Pixel definitely has phone of the year. Yeah, and like I said, for everything that we see based off of right now, I agree with this 110%, man. Agree with 110%. But just keep in mind as well, just because a phone makes it, and this is for me specifically, I might say when the dust settles, S20, and this is, I'm not saying that this is going to be the case. I'm just saying S21 Ultra might be my phone of the year. That doesn't mean that I carry it with me every single day. That just may be the best phone that I tested that year. For whatever reason, it might be, but that doesn't mean that it's the phone that I carry every day. A phone can be phone of the year, but not a phone that you carry with you every single day or your daily driver. I'm not sure if that makes sense or whatever. Because some people are kind of coincide the two. Like if it's phone of the year, it's my favorite phone that I have to carry every single place and all the time. Like that's not what phone of the year is for me. Phone of the year is just for me what I feel is the overall best smartphone. And a lot of the times I don't do a whole phone of the year kind of deal. Like, and I mean, it's my first year uploading content, but like even mentally, like I don't normally do a whole, like this is the, for sure, objectively speaking, phone of the year. Because one, phone of the year is going to be different for everybody who says this is my phone of the year, right? Because preference is obviously a thing. So I don't know, man. It gets tough when you talk phone of the year. Because for me, it's never that like I don't feel as though like even though I feel like, okay, the S21 Ultra for me personally is an objectively better phone than the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I still prefer to carry the iPhone 13 Pro Max over the S21 Ultra because I prefer the experience I have on my iPhone over Samsung's experience. So it kind of gets tough when you talk about phone of the year, man. It kind of gets tough because I tend to like and dislike phones for different reasons. So while I may love iOS being simple and minimalistic and this, and that, and the third, I love the sheer amount of customization, all the additional features that you get when using a Samsung phone. So it kind of gets tough, man. It kind of gets tough. I can't wait for the phone of the year videos to come out. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna make one, bro. I don't. If the video is 12 Pro Max quality, that's literally what I said, Galen. If it's literally 12 Pro Max quality, I'm 100% fine with that. And I gotta catch up. Y'all are killing it right now, man. Same here, debating on selling my iPhone 12 Pro for the Pixel Pro, waiting to see. Yeah, dude, definitely. Pepper is speaking facts. Gimbal is not needed on the wide and ultra wide iPhone 13 cameras, only necessary on the selfie and telephoto cameras. Facts. Yo, he was though. BG was slick with it, dog. He was doing real life stuff and still dropping content, man. I love it. Love to see it, dog. The problem with Gcam is if you don't get the right APK port, your phone is not going to work as well as it should. No, Lewis, you're 100% correct about that because that's always how my experience has been. Like, it's always been finicky. Like, I had to go in and, okay, I don't have the right APK. I don't have the right config files. Like, I don't have time for that. I just want to take it out the box, set up my apps, use the phone, and take great pictures. That's literally it for me. I think Google now has to focus on video since photos have caught up for most people on other companies' devices. They aren't as far ahead on photos as they were a few years ago. Definitely true. The gap has definitely narrowed. I still think Google edges them out, but it has definitely narrowed for sure. Video should definitely be their focus to get a more complete camera system. So I definitely agree with that. Yo, y'all are killing it with the comments, man. I can care less about 8K right now. Hey, same. Mark, you crazy. I can care more about 8K. I'm done. It's an option. That's all I'm saying. If you're talking about the S21 Ultra, S21 Ultra is definitely an option for phone of the year. If anybody is saying S21 Ultra is not a contender for phone of the year, I don't know what your phone of the year list looks like. I'm just keeping it 100% real. Like, I get everybody has a preference, but S21 is one of the best phones we got this year for sure. If they come out and say we have 4K 60 on all cameras, including truly switching between the lenses while recording, it's 100% agree. 100% agree. T crazy. He said, I go Pepper, might as well cancel that then. Yo, I wish, bro. Like I said, I don't think that they'll do that because I think when it comes to switching between the cameras, it's really, really taxing on the processor. Like I said, I don't know what the real reason is, but no one has done it yet. Like, no one, not even Apple. No one has done it yet. No one. I don't even think there's any like overseas imports that truly switch between all three lenses at 4K 60. I don't think there's any that do it. S21 Ultra, GOAT. I'm hearing it, man. I'm hearing it. Hey, 4K over 1080 all day, every day, bro, for sure. It makes total sense to me. Okay, appreciate that, bro. I know I'll be just ranting sometimes, man, so I'm happy it does, man. Mike, I ain't messing with you. If my phone can't shoot 8K 120, I don't want it. I'm done, dog. I'm done. Oh, man. Pixel's definitely the most refreshed phone. Yo, and I feel like that, and it's not to take anything away from what Google's doing and what the Pixel is doing this year, because it is a major drastic change. But like I have to keep telling people, keep this in mind. We're coming from what Google marketed as a like mid-range device. I'm not saying it's a bad phone. I'm using it daily right now. But we're coming from a mid-range device as their primary like phone or their main offering to a balls to the wall, everything incorporated, throw everything under the kitchen sink, pause, everything under the kitchen sink, flagship phone. Of course it's going to be way more drastic than what Samsung or Apple did this year. Their phones, in my opinion, were way more just about refinement and polish. And I think both the S21 Ultra and the iPhone 13, like the iPhone 13 Pro series, was the definition of what a S year should be for the better. Because in my opinion, the S iPhones have always been some of the best iPhones because they've always focused on refinement and polish, and both of those phones definitely do that for sure, man. I just said, I'm just saying, that sounds familiar. Hey, I had to steal it for a second. I really feel on Android the only good / great video cameras were on crazy spec out cameras like 64 to 108 megapixel. The Google hardware and the Pixel 5 series just wasn't good enough to excel in video. Yeah. I'm not sure how how it kind of correlates in terms of like the processor and stuff, but like if I'm just pointing and I don't know if it does this on the 5 because I don't have my 4XL anymore. But like on my 4XL, man, like I could literally just be shooting normal daylight video. And if I look in like the dark areas, I see a bunch of noise. And it's like, bro, I'm shooting in broad daylight. Why is my video noisy? Like it literally just didn't make sense. And those were using flagship, at the time, flagship processors. So I don't know, man. It could be that. It could be what Google just not focusing on video, really. You know, it is what it is. Because Google is the same company that came out and said that, what did they say? They said something about telephotos not being practical or they said ultra wides are more fun, but telephoto is more practical. So I don't know, man. They come out making some crazy claims sometimes. Got to hold them to it. But can't wait to see what Google does with the G. It is confirmed to be the GN1 sensor, Galen, the same one that's on the Vivo phone. Is that confirmed? Oh, Barry's saying, yes, sir, that G, so it must be confirmed. It must be confirmed. I mean, why are we even talking about these devices shooting 4K 30 or 4K 60? What is this, 2020? I can't, man. Y'all are crazy. Hey, so I still have my 12 Pro Max. Nah, man, 12 Pro Max is still fire, dog. Like I put the 13 Pro Max and 12 Pro Max head to head in camera comparisons. The actual experience of using them is pretty much the exact same besides ProMotion, because ProMotion is lovely. I'm not gonna lie. I like it a lot. But no, like when it comes to camera, bro, it is an improvement. I will say the 13 Pro and Pro Max is an improvement over the 12, but it's not enough to make no 12 Pro Max be a peasant at all, man. And you know that, you just trolling. I know. Pixel's looking to be most improved versus previous model for sure. I just hope that it's not one of those situations where everyone is sent Pixels and it's all people doing one and done videos. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. You already know when it comes to like the influencers, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that. You're going to get that, especially once you get that early access. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get one video. It's gonna be the review. We're gonna get it maybe a couple days before launch day, or we'll get it on launch day, and it'll just be that one and done video. It's honestly up to content creators like us, man, to continue that follow-up coverage. I'm just keeping it 100% real. But I'm not gonna lie, I spend more time watching, you know, and I'm not gonna say content like lower, because I don't think any content creator is low or anything like that. But I find myself watching channels that don't have as big of a following because they do the follow-up coverage. If I want to be entertained, I'm just keeping it real. And Jay Will has said this a ton of times as well, man. It just echoes my sentiment 100%. If I want to be entertained, I'm gonna go watch those channels. 1 million subscribers, one and done video, fancy cinematic B-roll, because that stuff is fun. I'm gonna keep it real. It's fun to watch. But am I basing my buying decision off of that? Absolutely not. I'm gonna wait for I'm not gonna say smaller. I'm gonna wait for the content creators who I know are gonna do that follow-up coverage or whatever the case may be. If I haven't already gone out and bought the device, which a lot of the times I do anyway. BG, say it again for the people in the back, bro. Spending too much money for Gcam. If you're now I can see if we're talking $200, $300 smartphone, something like that. I'm not expecting great cameras. I'm not. But when Google can put out a Pixel 5a for, what is it, $450? It's either $450 or $500. One of those two. When they could put out cameras that good on a phone, I ain't even trying to hear, well, you can put Gcam on it for at $800 or $900 or $700 smartphone. No, you should just have good cameras. Point blank. S21 Ultra fire. I don't even own it. Man, I can't, yo. Jason C say he need that 12K. That 12K. Okay, I'm starting to catch up for sure. Let's go. One thing I just thought about that Google seems to be doing that a lot of other Android OEMs aren't, is focusing on more than cameras. They have, and to me, that was their whole spiel, not spiel, but that was their whole play with the new sensor chip. Google's done trying to play this game that other Android manufacturers are playing, where they're saying, hey, look at my spec sheet, look at my feature set, buy my phone because of it. Google's not playing that game anymore. Google's like, no, we're custom making our chip to do specifically what we want our device to focus on: AI, machine learning, computational photography, and video. Like that, in my opinion, is the whole point of Tensor. Like Google's, and I hate to say it because I'm not trying to make it seem like Qualcomm is now trash because Google has their own chip. Like obviously Qualcomm isn't trash, but when you pull that Qualcomm chip off a shelf, you're getting something that's made for the masses. You're not getting something that's custom tailor made for your smartphone. The Snapdragon 888 isn't made specifically for the S21 Ultra. That's why we had overheating issues. It's not made specifically for these devices. Tensor, the Apple A15 is what we're on. The Samsung Exynos, even though it's not as good as the Qualcomm variant from what people are saying. I haven't used it. But like those chips, Huawei's Kirin series, those are chips that are made specifically with those devices in mind. You will always, and I mean always, have a better experience when you have your manufacturer building their own SoC and building the software along with it. Always. I don't even think you can debate that anymore at this point. I just don't think that you can, right? Like I just don't think it's possible. I mean, look at what's already doing on Qualcomm's processors. Like look at what they're already doing on Qualcomm's processors with the Pixel 5 and Pixel 5a and all of that. Like look at how great of a device the 5a is. And remember, these are Qualcomm processors, and we're about to go to a Google-made, built specifically for the Pixel 6 series Tensor chip. If that doesn't get you, dang, I'm spitting. If that doesn't get you excited for the Pixel 6 series, man, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, if that doesn't get you excited, you're not a fan of tech. Even if you're not gonna buy a Pixel phone, that should get you excited, because what it's gonna do is it's gonna force Qualcomm to focus more than just trying to compete with Apple in terms of benchmarks and, you know, not even saying feature set, but like benchmarks and Geekbench scores and all of that stuff. Qualcomm needs to stop focusing on that. Let Apple be Apple with whatever they're doing. You be Qualcomm and do what you need to do. Now, will Qualcomm ever do that? Probably not, because they're not going to sit here and tailor make a processor for each Android chip coming out. But if Google is sitting here making their own chip, and that hasn't gotten other manufacturers kind of thinking like, especially if you look at like the import scene, because a lot of those manufacturers like Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus, they're owned by the same company. So imagine if BBK come out and say, we're going to drop our own processor. Vivo kind of already has, it's not the Snap, I mean, it does have the Snapdragon 888, but they already have their own kind of like supplementary processor, the V1, I think they're calling it, to help with the computational photography and the video on the new Vivo phone. That's why the camera is as good as it is. It's a dedicated chip in there for it. So if you're gonna say and tell me that other manufacturers aren't at least interested in this idea, you crazy, man. Like, and I'm saying, and it's like, yeah, Google, Huawei, they've had their own chips or whatever, right? But for Google themselves, like the creator of Android, to be doing it, we're definitely getting ready to see a paradigm shift. We definitely are, man. Qualcomm already salty about it. Qualcomm already put out the tweet. I don't know if y'all saw it, but they were doing the whole red flag thing and talking about you want to build your own smartphone SoC instead of using Snapdragon. Like they were kind of salty because Qualcomm knows the Tensor chip doesn't have to be faster. It doesn't have to beat it in raw speed, and it doesn't have to. All it has to do is give you great first-in-class performance and kill it when it comes to the computational photography, all of the video and all of that stuff, and AI. That's all Google cares about. So trust me, this Tensor chip is about to be the move, man. I'm hype about it. I'm so hype about it. The dude who made that claim, who made high-res zoom, night sight, enhanced HDR got the boot after seeing that on stage. Yo, facts. Except crazy. Call me Terrence Howard when it come to the Pixel 6. I'm gonna whip that trick. Yo, I haven't seen that movie in so long, bro. But that's one of my favorite performances from Terrence Howard, man. Hustle and Flow, such a good movie, yo. I'm sitting here babysitting this beer, man, chopping it up with y'all. Google should have borrowed from Terminator and called the chip the Google T1. Yo, that would have been funny. The Google T1. It's why I suggest Pixels to anyone who is an iPhone user looking to try switch to Android device. That well-rounded focus without, yeah, I agree with that 100%, Mike. Like, I feel like when it comes to Google, and sometimes this definitely hurts them rather than helps them. When it comes to their approach, they sometimes have the same like end goal as Apple. Like they want to deliver a minimalistic, super easy and simplistic user experience, but they want, or not even so much as that, but they want to build on the pillars. And in my opinion, Apple tries to focus on the pillars: great performance, great battery life, good displays, good camera, and good design. Like those are kind of the pillars. Now, Apple doesn't always nail every single last one of those. In my opinion, they kind of nailed all of those basic pillars with the 13 series. But I think that's what Google is trying to focus on too. Nail the basics first. All of the super 100x zoom and all of that extra stuff, 8K video and all of the other crazy features that Samsung and Xiaomi and all of them try to throw in, man. Focus on that stuff after you nail the basics. Once you nail the basics, go crazy with buku features. But nail the basics first. I don't think Google will release their own chip if it didn't compete with Apple. When you say compete with Apple, BG, what do you mean though? Do you mean in terms of like just raw performance? Or do you mean in terms of like efficiency and stuff like that? Because I honestly think in terms of raw performance, it's not going to compete. I honestly don't believe it will. I think if you're looking at Tensor for that, you're going to be disappointed. I don't think we should be looking at Tensor through those glasses. I think we should be looking at Tensor as Google saying we're done with the spec war and the benchmark race. Now we're going to focus on things that are actually tangible. Faster Google Assistant because AI is faster on this chip, or faster image processing because now we have the dedicated TPU. Stuff like that, I think, is what Google's going to focus on. Hey, Google Pixel phones rated E for everyone. Can't agree with you more. And Google, I swear, if you activate one more time, just showed y'all my. Oh, Spigen just sent me an email. Yo, have y'all picked up any cases for the Pixel 6 Pro yet? I got one in house and I got 2 more being delivered tomorrow. Just curious if anybody else has picked up any cases or anything like that. I agree with you, Ike, on keeping the same energy for all companies. Yeah, exactly. This is how companies improve. And that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I was literally, I see you, LaShawn. I had to go to this real quick. He over there spitting. See, LaShawn know when I'm excited because I get real hype and passion because I love this stuff, man. I love this stuff. But no, but exactly, like for those who made it to Eric's stream last night, you had this one dude who came in and was like riding Apple. And I mean, I don't even know if I think he was saying he was using a Pixel 5a, but he was like riding Apple. I'm like, bro, it's okay to say that Apple doesn't do everything the best. Like that's okay. Because whatever they need to work on, we can tell them, hey, work on this. I mean, if I can go outside and take a photo with my Pixel 5 and then take the same picture with my 13 Pro Max and the Pixel looks better, they got some work to do. I'm just keeping it real. Like they got some work to do. Same way Samsung got some work to do because Samsung isn't single-handedly beating the Pixel 5 either. So they got some work to do, man. Everybody has room for improvement, dude. Nobody is perfect. And I feel like while, yeah, anytime we see, an iPhone on Wired Wednesday, easy go hard. I ain't gonna lie. Easy be going hard on the iPhone, bro. He do, right? But that's because that's not his preference. And that's okay. But at the same time, it's like you have to watch like consistently to know that. You can't just go to one stream and be like, oh, they just bashing Apple. They just bashing Apple. Like, nah, like, I mean, it's consistent, right? It is what it is. Hey, Doodle's in here. I see him. Samsung X Notes has better performance. Every time I read Doodle's comments, I always I gotta read it like I'm saying here spitting bars, yo. Samsung X Notes has better performance in all aspects and not overdoing in gaming. Nice, comfortable X Notes. You heard it right there, y'all. Doodle's in the building. Doodle for president, bro. Let's go. Oh, my bad. B2K Industries. B2K Industries. Sammy more worried about low-end devices than flagships. Well, hey, you need to get worried about everybody. Yo, Jason, I saw that hashtag and I was dying, bro. What you do? You got some people, and this is where I can kind of segue and bring up Shane's video, right? You have some people that literally a device comes out, no matter what manufacturer it's from, they look for something so small and just, and they always start hot take, bro. If you literally talking about the bezels on the Pixel 6, you don't have no life, man. Like, I'm sorry, but you don't have no life. You don't. You really need to get it together. Like, seriously, get it together. If you don't like the bezels, cool. They have the Pixel 6 Pro. You don't want to spend that much? Cool. Pixel 5a. You missing something from there? You got plenty of other competition across the board that you can go and buy. You don't got to sit here and complain about the bezels on the Pixel 6. Come on, man. Like, that kind of stuff just get on my nerves, bro. See? Exactly, Seth. Like, I got a mute Pixel 6 in my time. Like, it's literally low-hanging fruit. Why are we complaining about bezels? Like, why? Like we as a community got to do better, bro. What's going on, Scoop? My mouse is going all low. I'm using Sidecar with my iPad, so you can see the Mac is sitting right there. I got the iPad using Sidecar, so I don't have to unplug and do all that with the Mac over here. So it's supposed to make it easier, but sometimes using a mouse with Sidecar gets a little wonky. But yeah, it got a little wonky on me there. Emily, what's going on? BG said in performance. Okay, but are we talking day-to-day performance or in benchmark scores? Again, I'm telling you now, bro, don't look at Tensor to be killing it on the benchmarks. Like, just don't. You're gonna be disappointed. I promise you're gonna be disappointed. Now, that's not to say that in the future they can't get there, but for this first chip that they've kind of custom built and got Samsung to build, it's not going to. It's just not. It's just not. We'll probably keep going here for about 15 more minutes, and I got to go ahead and hop off to help out the wifey with the little one. Y'all already know. I picked up a few Pixel 6 Pro cases. I got that clear joint from Spigen and one from Caseology on the way. Let's go. Hey, LaShawn, I got you some Pixel. Hey, there you go right there, yo. There you go, LaShawn. Stop writing these corporations like Lisa Ann. Just stop it. I can't, man. LaShawn trying to hide the urine color. Mist, is it? No, it's not. Oh, mostly sunny. Yeah, I'm about to say, because I remember talking in Mike's stream where LaShawn is. That's a great description of him. He is mostly sunny until he started talking about Apple. Then he's not mostly sunny no more. Who is we? I see a select few people. Those that know the least know it a lot. You're right, Scoop. That is definitely true. That is definitely true. That dumb cat. Yo, I can't. Ice Universe, man. Like, he's a funny dude, man. He is. Like, I follow him. Am I dropping? I thought I was dropping frames a little bit there. Ice is a character, bro. He's a character. I will give him that. He is a character, bro. He is a character, man. He was talking about the Apple Watch 7 versus the Galaxy Watch 4. Not the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, but the Galaxy Watch 4. Oh my God, I gotta go with Apple Watch for this one. Sorry, Samsung. I'm like, bro, just chill. Just chill. Like, he be having some of the most outrageous hot takes that I've ever seen in my life, man. I'm like, bro, really? And it wasn't just him too, man. I seen a couple like prominent. I'm not the type of dude that just start dropping names and starting Twitter drama with people, man. That's not me. But literally, bro, I see like prominent people, and I'm not talking like millions of subscribers and stuff like that. I'm talking even people with like, you know, 1K, 10K, 50K, like people who are doing like the follow-up content and stuff like that. And they're just making these awful I'm like, bro, is that really that big of a deal? Like, I like not even just for this Pixel one. It was one of them. Oh, I wish I could remember it, man, but I can't, and I'm so mad that I can't. Like, it was one where they said something off the wall, and I replied with like something with common sense, and they were like, "You know what, man? You're right. I didn't think about that." It was like, bro, this is so common sense. How did you not think about it? Like, common sense is just like common sense. Literally, just be a superpower sometimes, man. For real, for real. That's Google. In all honesty, people love to attack Google. Bro, I see people attack everybody. Like Jason, and it's crazy, dog, because like what I normally see whatever camp people are in, they tend to say the other camp is always the more aggressor, right? I see everybody attacking everybody equally. I see people attacking Google every single day. I see Google fans who, if they know, and like I said, this isn't anybody specific, I'm just saying in general. If they know a device didn't like if they know that a picture that got posted wasn't from a Pixel, that it's just not good. It's not good. Oh, Pixel. And it's like, bro, some dude is just showing a picture of his kids. What does it matter if he took it with a Pixel or with an iPhone? He's trying to show his kids. I've seen people I've seen the Samsung Knights come in. Oh, my phone. What is one of them that dude said to me? I can't remember what he said, but they be going hard. Like, and you see the same things with them. Like when it comes to like the Google tribes, and I'm not saying any tribe is worse. Come to Google tribe, they live and die by the camera. Camera. Come to the Samsung, what my phone can do. My phone can set off my phone can set off a NASA rocket spaceship into the moon, like whatever, like literally my phone can do everything. When it comes to iPhone people, oh, Android lags and it's sluggish. Android this. I see the same arguments, bro. I see the same arguments, the same tribalism, the same fanboyism from everybody. Even from OnePlus, which the OnePlus people kind of calm down a little bit because OnePlus has been kind of divisive lately. But I see it from everybody equally, bro. I see it from everyone equally. Everybody is bashing something. Like everybody. I'm not saying everybody like specific, like in a literal sense, but everybody on them camps is bashing everybody for the most part, man. So I see it all over the place, dog. Tech is like basketball teams. People get triggered quick. The phone isn't even out yet, and we're talking about. Thank you. Yo, Chris, thank you. It ain't even out yet. You ain't even used it yet. Like, come on, B. Seth said, I'm about to get ready for work. A little double overtime for that. Hey, there you go, bro. You got to get it, dog. Got to do what you got to do. We about to wrap up here in a little bit anyway, man. And LaShawn, I'm not talking about you when I'm talking about Pixel. We already know who you troll when it comes to Pixel. I ain't talking about you, man. I'll be the first to admit I can come off the wall with stuff, but and that's what I'm saying. Like, anytime I've ever seen you come off with something, and I'm kind of like, I don't know. If somebody replies with something, you're never just like, no. It's like you're always like, okay, good point. It's like you're trying to foster conversation. Whereas with fanboyisms and tribes, man, they just trying to fight. Like, bro, what am I sitting here fighting, arguing with you on social media over a phone? Do it all. This literally proves my point right here. Z Fold 3 has the smallest border / matrix on any phone, 1 millimeter. Hey, I got you, bro. I got you. I'm gonna say is your Z Fold, well, not yours. I have the Z Fold 3. Z Fold 3 does have the smallest bezels. I guess. I don't know, man. I can't. Like, I just laugh, man. I love y'all. LaShawn said Pixel Squad stand up. I can't, but Ike the kid will look better using a Pixel. Was trying to be like, you see where the iPhone didn't catch that little bit of detail on that one strand of hair. The Pixel would have caught that. I can't, man. I love it. Mark said, I just want a MacBook. Yo, I kind of want that MacBook too, especially if it comes with 120 hertz. But I feel like if it comes with 120 hertz, I got to upgrade the monitor too. Because the monitor is 60 hertz. And I don't want to run 120 and then 60, right? So I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. So the names are Pixel Squad, Samsung Knights, and iSheeps. No bueno. No bueno. Yo, Mark, I was dying when I was watching T video and he did that. Yo, if y'all haven't checked out T's last video, bro, do it. Because like I said, T brought up some dope points too, man. He brought up some dope points. And that's what I like, man. Like, you got people like T who T will tell you in a heartbeat, like, yeah, like he's primarily an iPhone guy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But he'll give you those legitimate reasons why he is and what he likes about it. It's not this fanboy, like blind fanboyism of like, I have the iPhone, it can do no wrong. Like, nah, like he's far from that. He even said in his video, he still thinks the Pixel is the go-to for photos. Now, just because the Pixel is the go-to doesn't mean that the iPhone is trash at taking photos. The iPhone still takes great photos. Yes, it crushes shadow detail, but if I didn't have something comparing it like that, or really be trying to pixel peep, man, I wouldn't care about that. Like, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So it's kind of like, man, we need to just chill, bro. Just chill out. Just chill out. Why are y'all talking about flushing y'all phones down the toilet, bro? I'm not messing. The friendly troll, I'm not messing with you with that. I'm not touching that one. Yo, James, what's up, my dude? I was talking to James too. He was like, bro, your wallet ain't safe. And James, you're right. My wallet is not safe, man. That M1X, if it come out with that 120 hertz, man, oh man. I don't want to be a refresh rate snob, man, but I like high refresh rate. But it's like, I didn't just start using high refresh rate with iPhone or even with Android phones. Man, I've been using high refresh rate displays because I PC game. I've been using high refresh rate displays forever, dude. Forever. Like, smartphones and tablets was late to the game to me. So I was like, yo, if it has 120 hertz, man, I might need that. I might need that. Yo, James, I literally just said that, bro. I literally just said that. Yo, 240, if they make one, I was looking to see if anybody made a 4K IPS 32-inch monitor at 120 hertz or 144 hertz. I still haven't seen one that was like, you know, a good price. So I'm kind of holding off, to be honest, on that one. But we're going to roll out these last few comments, man, and go ahead and hop off, guys. Got to get up and take the little one for a doctor's appointment tomorrow and kind of relieve the wifey from mom duty so she can get some rest. Since she's been holding it down. Yo, shout out to the moms out there, like, especially to the wifey, man. She been holding it down. Like, just drop my keyboard. Monday through Friday, I work still. Like, I'm not on maternity leave. She's on maternity leave. So she's getting up with the baby at night, doing all of that. And I just do it on weekends or whatever. So she's been holding it down, man. So shout out to her, man. Anytime I can give her a little rest, yo, I definitely try to do so. Point and shoot. Don't miss those moments, especially with your little ones. Hey, big facts right there. I still got pictures in my iCloud photos, like my iCloud photos library and my Google photo library of my oldest, my 6-year-old. I still have pictures of him when he was like days old, bro, that I forgot that I even took. Like, you gotta take as many as you can, man. My vision is so bad, even with glasses, I can't perceive. Yo, Jason, I feel bad for you, dog, because high refresh rate is just, it's not even so much about a look, but it feels so good, dude. It's just like the smoothness, and it just feels so good. It feels so good. Like, and I'm one of those people, I can tell the difference at almost every stage. Like 60, like I can tell the difference between 30 and 60. I can tell the difference between 60 and 90, the difference between 90 and 120. I can tell the difference. So like when I'm using Pixel 5, I'm missing that 120 from say like my S21 Ultra or my Fold 3, or I know y'all gonna disagree with me, but my iPhone 13 Pro Max, because I don't care what nobody say. When I go to scroll Twitter or YouTube or even apps that I don't normally use that often, it's smooth. It's smooth. Like I had the 12 Pro Max and a 13 Pro Max side by side and was scrolling and 110%. Oh snap! My sister's in the chat. 100% was scrolling between the two, yo, and I'm telling you, I can feel the difference. So those people who can't, man, I feel bad for you. I'm not saying y'all have to, but I feel bad for y'all personally. Because like even the missus, she can feel the difference. She was like, I don't care enough to go buy it, but I can definitely tell the difference. Yo, what's going on, big sis? I might have to buy a Razer monitor over a Dell monitor for the 140. I'm telling you, James, you're gonna need to, dog. You're gonna need to. But with that one, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Again, you already know how it goes down on Thursday nights with Mike and Ike. First half, 8 p.m. Catch the homie Tech King Mike. You got your second half right here, Ike's Tech Talk. Tomorrow, we got the homie LaShawn for the open mic, the not so ignorant hours. I keep saying it every stream, bro. Again, continue to push and get this man to 1,000 subs so we can get this man monetized and we can get these ignorant hour streams back, man. I'm missing them. I'm going to keep pushing. I know the homie LaShawn is pushing and grinding, so let's go ahead and get this man there so we can get these ignorant hours back. But as always, guys, man, thank y'all so much for watching. Shout out to all y'all live. Shout out to the replay squad who's going to watch later, man. Love y'all. Ike's Tech Talk is out. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.